Hi, this is Laura Holyoke, and I have a quick overview for you, talking a little bit about our course this semester and what is in the syllabus. First of all, we have two texts that we're using this semester. One of them is more of a text than the other one. So this book is written by Ed Gershine called Organizational Culture and Leadership. I do ask that you get the 5th edition. It looks like this. It's significantly different and updated than the previous editions. The second book that we will be using this semester is called Creativity, Inc., written by Ed Catmull. Catmull is the president of Pixar Movies, and it's about his story and the story of Pixar. I think that you will find he is an incredible organizational leader, and I think it's a pretty fun read. I think and hope that you will find the same thing. Creativity, Inc. is also available on Audible. I ask that you read Creativity, Inc. up front at the beginning of the semester, so then you can refer to what we're learning in Shine and look back at Catmull's book and see how it's applied there. Here are the two different ways to cite, here are the two citations for each one of our books. They're not different ways to cite. These are both APA 6th edition. Our course evaluation is based on 3 different areas. The first one is ensuing discussions. We will have 5 of these throughout the semester. Each one is worth 40 points. Then I will ask that you submit 5 organizational leadership concept notes. Each of these is worth 140 points. And then finally, I will ask you to write a paper about the course takeaways, applying what you've learned and telling me about what you've learned. The ensuing discussions, I'm asking for you to arrange a meet with a group to discuss the concepts. From Shine, make connections to Creativity, Inc. We do have a Zoom connection that's available for anybody in the class to meet up with anybody else at any time. You do not need me to be present to meet. You may also meet face-to-face, and you may also meet via the telephone. I do ask that the discussions are synchronous. And then one person from your group to please submit the notes or submit kind of bulleted points from your discussion. Please list the participants, the date and place of the discussion, and then the bulleted list of what you talked about or covered. I will also be hosting ensuing discussions, 5 of them throughout the semester. These dates are listed on the schedule. These ensuing discussions will take place they will start at 5:30 and go till 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They are voluntary for you to attend. You do not need to attend. And if you want to attend and participate, then that does count as an ensuing discussion points for you. Again, this is the same Zoom connection that we'll be using across the board for this semester. The Zoom link you will find on our homepage, and it should also be listed during most of our weeks or our sections of the course. The second part of what you'll be evaluated on, I've titled Organizational Leadership Concept Notes. The goal here is to understand the concepts, why they are relevant for organizational leaders to understand, and then to identify how these concepts are used in Creativity, Inc. So for each for each section that we read, I'm going to ask you to, for each one of the concepts, boy, I just really bungled that up, sorry about that. I will ask that you define the concept, the meaning of it, and essential qualities. Then provide an example and explain how this is used or practiced in Creativity, Inc. And then finally, please explain why the concept is relevant for organizational leaders to understand. Please use full sentences when writing up your concept notes. Please limit the number of bulleted lists you use. My preference is for you to use your own words. Please cite if you need to, but please don't copy what other authors have said. 12-point font, Times New Roman. Can I scratch that double space and make it space and a half with 1-inch margins? So for example, the first organizational leadership concept notes, you will read part 1 of Shine's book, Defining the Structure of Culture. And then I've identified for you the different concepts for each one of the sections of reading. Then I would like for you to pick 3 of any of the following concepts to write about. Your course takeaway paper is what have you learned about organizational leadership and your understandings about it, how you will apply this knowledge and use it in the future, and then why is it important for organizational leaders to learn about the culture of the organization. Shine talks about this quite a bit. Finally, please let me know if you have questions. If you find an error, I am human. If you have a better idea for implementing or presenting certain topics that we talk about in class, I would very much appreciate it. Thanks so much for being here. I think we're going to have a fun semester.